The vessel belongs to Quantum-class cruise ships, and it offers unbelievable comfort and previously unseen services. Every other Royal Caribbean ship is not just the next vessel in the fleet, but the huge step towards a luxurious vacation in the sea. Today, we'll look at the opportunities that you may get if you buy the ticket to one of Ovation of the Seas cruises. And we assure you, the journey inside the ship will be fascinating. The tonnage of nearly 170,000 tons seems to be unbelievably huge. Can you imagine such a thing floating around oceans with 4,905 passengers and 1,500 crew? The length of the ship is more than 1,140 feet or 348 meters. The draft is over 8 meters, making the ship not so flexible in its routes. This is a pure ocean ship that will take you to some biggest ports around the world. The ship is equipped with 4 Wärtsilä engines and 2 Cat generators. Also, it has electric motors, so it's one of the first cruise ships to employ diesel-electric propulsion. This allows the ship to travel at 22 knots or around 25 mph, which is not that bad for a huge machine. But we aren't to tell you a lot about the technical side today. All you need to know is that Meyer Werft installed efficient stabilizers, so the swaying won't be so bad. Also, even if there are some problems during the route, you may be sure that the ship will safely dock in the nearest port. There are 16 decks on the ship. This is basically a 16-floor construction that may take you to almost any part of the world by the ocean. To understand the size, just stand near a 16-story building and try to imagine that this is a cruise ship. Impressive, isn't it? The first 2 decks are technical, so you aren't expected to get there. Starting from deck 3, you may use the ship's facilities. Every deck has access to elevators, there are public lavatories, and some other facilities. Nearly every deck has hundreds of staterooms and suites. There are more than 2,000 cabins, and each of them is quite comfortable. 375 cabins are inner staterooms with no windows, and yeah, those are the worst choice for your cruise. But even inner cabins look really good and aren't as cramped as on some other ships of the kind. The majority of the most interesting things are located at 3 upper decks and 2 lower levels. Between them, the whole area is given to staterooms and suites of different kinds. And we are pretty sure that no one will have any spare time while traveling on Ovation of the Seas. Let's look at the most interesting places and entertainment. The first thing to do when you finally get your suitcase to your suite is to go to the 15th and 16th decks and check whether you wanted to experience some cool entertainment. For example, here you'll find the IFLY attraction, which is actually a tube with a huge fan that will take you up once you are in the tube. This feels exactly like a freefall, so bright emotions are guaranteed. North Star is another cool thing to choose. This is a special platform that is fully closed and can be a great spot to watch nature. Ovation of the Seas is now often sent to Alaska cruises, and here you will be able to see a lot from the North Star. The platform will raise you up, and it offers amazing views when the ship is close to some beautiful sights. Flowrider is another option that is often available at Royal Caribbean cruises. Just take a surfboard and have some fun. There is no extra charge. The entertainments are included in your ticket price unless there are some other conditions in your chosen plan. Seaplex is also here, and it's one of the largest entertainment areas in the oceans. Both adults and children will find lots of cool entertainment here. In the front part, you'll find a gym, but the cruise experience says that this is the least attended area for tourists. So if you want to be alone for some time and use a treadmill for relaxation and keeping fit, you are welcomed here all day long. There's also a running track, which is a crowded place in the morning when guests try to burn the calories they ate yesterday. You'll find the climbing wall at Ovation of the Seas, too. Also, the 15th and 16th decks have some bars, restaurants, and other cool places for hanging out. And of course, there's a spa zone. 2 big pools and also numerous whirlpools are waiting for you on the upper decks. Decks 3 and 4 include Casino Royale, 2 main restaurants, and music hall. The main promenade is on the 4th deck. Here you'll also find the theater and other facilities, as well as different shops and many places to eat and drink all day long. There are a couple of restaurants where you can eat everything you want that's usually included in your ticket price. The food is not that diverse, but always tasty and fresh. Royal Caribbean Cruises is a company that is known for being very attentive to food quality. There are a couple of bars on lower and upper decks where you can have cool cocktails, some alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. And there are also numerous places where you can have a snack like pizza or some candies. These places are mainly located on the 4th deck. One thing will tell you for sure: you won't be hungry if you choose Ovation of the Seas for your next cruise. The main room types are interior rooms, those without any window, ocean view rooms with a small window, balcony rooms with a balcony for your pleasure, virtual balcony rooms. These are interior rooms with a huge screen that serves as a window and shows real outside views 24 hours a day. There are also lofts and suites for people who are ready to pay more money. Ovation of the Seas offers the luxurious Royal Suite class rooms that are packed with additional personal services. But the price for a cruise in such a room will be a couple of times higher than in a simple balcony room. There are also family suites that can be a good choice for big families. If you are traveling with children, you'll find a lot of comfort in these rooms. The ship was christened in China by a very popular Chinese actress, Fan Bingbing, who is a godmother of Ovation of the Seas. There was only one major incident with Ovation of the Seas. In December 2019, the ship was docked near White Island in New Zealand at the time when the volcanic eruption started. The guests and crew were on board at that time. Only up to 100 people were on the island. No one was injured, but the ship had to stay there for 2 days to help local people deal with the consequences of the eruption. Mainly, medical help was needed as up to 50 people suffered from the eruption. 20 of them died. The captain then announced that the guests will get a full refund for their cruise as the eruption put them at the risk and changed the plans.